The Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
P7? Are we P7? Nexus combat system provides you with the ability to fully utilize your party's psionic powers in different ways. The game's two main playable characters, Yuito and Kasan, both use psychokinesis. If you had to pick one trailer to sell the game, what would it be? Well, psychokinesis kind of interests me. Demo trailer, maybe?
Systems all green. Beginning SAS cable connection.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch a 16-minute video, though. Not on stream, at least.
This will hurt much more than they've been training.
Now we're talking.
Hanabi, let's go!
All right.
Little loud.
You know what to do. This thing's in my power.
Interesting. Interesting. $60 game. Do we know how much content is in it? Like how long of a game it is? June 24th. When it's cheap, yeah. I might be able to get into that. We'll add it to the wish list to keep an eye on it. Definitely don't think we'll be playing it release. Sorry, what? Oh, he's healing himself. What? I'm sorry, what? The round thing stops the healing. Gotcha. Alice Wake, Mr. Wake's wife, was found during the Bureau investigation. She was interviewed and evaluated. She showed signs of severe mental trauma in the form of redacted memory loss. She was later directed to treatment. It was concluded that she had been trapped inside the threshold during its manifestation. Notable individuals still missing after the Bright Falls event are FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, Emil Hartman. Bureau researchers believe this event was the result of a forceful perception of subjective reality stemming from Mr. Wake, overlapping on our own. Wake has been flagged as a potential para-utilitarian. In 2011, a book by Clay Stewart titled Alan Wake Files was published by Roundabout Press. Agents interviewed Clay Stewart and suspected minor para-utilitarian sensitivity, who was placed under indefinite surveillance. A monitoring station was established at Cauldron Lake to alert the Bureau of any future activity. Trippy. Destroy the ball first. I will try to remember that. No promises. I do have the memory of a goldfish. I did not play Alan Wake. I've watched some streams of it though. So I could see the similarities and the connections a little bit. See, them, like, murmuring like that is creepy as hell. Ooh. Seven.
Is this what Dylan wanted me to see? It doesn't matter. We need to find that projector.
We're pure E7. Hey, new outfit. Okay, so they were tracking me this whole time. The hand chair. Plastic seat shaped like a human hand from the 1960s. The hand's palm forms a seat with the fingers acting as the chair's back. The item affects gravitational forces, attracting and repelling objects near itself with a force of redacted. Its fingers also have been observed to change position, though too quickly to be witnessed or filmed. The item may be changing forms rather than moving. The item only displays these effects during full moons. Sample analysis confirms that it contains human genetic material found in a warehouse at Redacted, Albany. A team of ranger trainees were dispatched to investigate local rumors when they encountered the item. They successfully retrieved the item.
After North Moore stepped down, I doubled every effort to find new prime candidates. There was no one. No one but me. That wasn't good enough. I pushed hard. I never wanted the Bureau to end up in that situation again. The Bureau needs a director. Always. When my time reaches an end, I want more options on the table. P1 through P5 were all false leads, dead ends, and disappointments. Then P6, Dylan Faden. He fell into our arms. No parents, they're gone, casualties of an AWE. The boy has exceptional talent.
I didn't sleep well
The
and haven't
oldest
for the
house
past
will
2 or
be his
3
home.
days. So
We'll build him from the ground up. He'll be trained and taken care of.
we actually started the
Darling
stream late
can be
today.
in charge of this project. I can't. I'll stay away. I will not fail the boy like I failed my own family. My daughter and my wife. We weren't careful enough back then. Something came home with me. I took work home. My Susanna got sick. When I
Shit.
realized my mistake, I wanted to bring her here for Darling to do what he could. Kate flat out refused. Civilian doctors treated our daughter, but they didn't have a clue. She died. Kate left me. Same old story. That was a long time ago. The Bureau is all I have now. And the prime candidates are our future. There are two, P6 and P7. We're spoiled for choice.
Are we though? Hey Alpha, I'm loving the game. Like I'm digging the story, especially. Okay.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan, and other kids as well. We loved it. This time,
Oh yeah, the graphics are
I
amazing.
remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it, like it had shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the slide projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been thrown away. Did you ever feel that way when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes, but that has nothing to do with...
Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small?
No.
Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other?
Maybe.
When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable?
No. That's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing.
The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? You know, stepping into a painting, into a hidden world, escaping and finding adventure there, away from your parents.
I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
Alright, this is them tracking us.
All the times I felt paranoid.
It was
I was
justified.
right. The Bureau could have given me the answers, but they just stood by and watched me.
So this was just a shortcut? This is creepy.
I can see you're upset, Meg. Why don't you tell Uncle Mr. Bones
Uncle
what's
Mr.
wrong?
Bones.
I did bad on my clairvoyance test.
You can't ace every test, Meg. You see, everyone has different brains. Some brains can talk to each other. We call this ESP.
ESP?
Some brains can lift objects, like a baseball.
Okay.
Talk about a fly ball, eh, Meg? No interruptions! So who cares if you fail your clairvoyance test? Maybe your brain can throw baseballs, or talk to dead people, or make friends blind. Once we know what your brains can do, we'll know what job to give you. And if your brains are just right, you'll get to sit in the big chair.
What if I don't want the big chair?
What if I don't want the big chair? Everyone wants the big chair, Meg! That's why we're all here. Use those brains to listen for once, or the only chair you'll get in is the one with straps.
The fuck? How to damage kids 101. An unconfirmed threshold manifestation at Cauldron Lake, Washington, resulted in a fictional story written by the author Alan Wake, creating an AWE, in which reality was altered to match that of the story, though only locally and for a limited time. Mr. Kirkland, head of investigations, was alerted on September 13th, 2010 by ex-Bureau agent Frank Breaker, see redacted, that an AWE event was taking place in Bright Falls, Washington. Breaker had received a call from Barry Wheeler, Alan Wake's literary agent, on behalf of Breaker's daughter, Sarah, who is current sheriff of Bright Falls. The Bureau field team arrived in the site 2 days later, only to confirm that the event was over. Interviews were conducted, referred to the 1970 redacted Thomas Zane, 1976, 1978, Odin Anderson, Tor Anderson. Alan Wake was believed redacted instigator. Eyewitness reports highlight an old light switch, possible object of power, that redacted missing. Wake was not found at the scene. Reports claim he dived into the lake, but nobody was recovered in the search.
I wish things had gone differently and ordinary for us. But wishing won't change things.
Ordinary.
Finding the projector
So
will.
much coming together in this one case. A new object of power, something we have not seen before. I mean, coming from me, that's saying something. The boy, Dylan Faden, prime candidate 6, and the sister as well. Once we catch up with her, but the boy, so much potential. We're talking Northmore level readings here, and I don't want to invoke his name, but it's completely different circumstances here. It's remarkable. There was an incident. Yes.
What happened to Dylan?
We lost a valuable member of our team, yes. Excessive force. Dylan has so much. But he's just a kid. I'll take the blame. He needs some slack. I mean, boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys, but you don't want boys to be boys when you have that much power.
Roberts got killed. It's an unfortunate accident, that's all. Marshall needs to realize this. We will make this work. We'll make this work.
Okay. Transcript of the conversation. Subject was alone during his outburst. You again. Thought I told you to leave me alone. Why are you showing me this? I can't do anything. Can't you see where I am? Why don't you help me get the fuck out of here? You always show me things I can't do anything about. Stop showing me her. You don't care anymore. I don't care about you. You both left me here to rot. Fuck off, you bitch. I will dig out my own brains if it means getting rid of you. Polaris? Polaris? Don't want you here. Get the fucking message. Subject repeated the phrase, fuck off, numerous times before being sedated. Victim autopsy. Agent killed during redacted involving redacted codename P6. Autopsy findings. Blunt force injuries of the back of the of the head and neck, extensive trauma to the abdominal region, lacerations and contusions of the upper and lower torso, fracture of the spinal cord between the L1 and L2 vertebrae, avulsions fracture of the 3rd through 10th ribs, left and right, blunt force injuries of the extremities, abrasions, lacerations, and contusions of the extremities, dislocation of left and right elbow, dislocation of left and right knee. Holy. I have played Fallen Order, yes. Loved it. After examination, it was determined that the cause of death was internal bleeding that occurred when the redacted was contorted through his redacted. Compiled by Redacted, by order of Redacted. They should have just named this game Redacted. Seven, 86, closed cases, yeah. Anything over here? We've already been up there. What's up, Shinobi? I still feel like crap, Shinobi, but it is what it is. Okay.
They studied what happened in Ordinary here. That's the place to start looking.
No, I'm not feverish. It's stomach issues. I see your creepy teeth delivery and raise you a dead dog. Yeah, like a straight up deceased dog. Had a collar on it and everything. Been rotting in that box since they packed it up. Go ahead and imagine how that smelled. So don't go whining to me. I wish I got to watch a parade of human teeth. I guess they do. Elevator. Willow AWE. This inventory list of recovered materials: a hollow sphere, stone-like material, vitrified soil, redacted pieces of various sizes and color, animal carcass, possibly canine, rusted metal bucket, feather wallet, aged shotgun cartridge. All materials go to the investigation sector for further analysis. Afraid of fire, maybe. Alright, guess we're taking the elevator. Heck. It was a Trojan elevator.
Dylan and I were both prime candidates. Experiments.
Mm-hmm. Hidden location. The page was discovered in an instance of the Ocean View Motel and Casino that was linked to the investigation sector. The page had been pushed into the motel's corridor from under the door with the symbol of a spiral. Redacted. For 10 years, I've tried to write my escape, only sinking deeper. I used to know where fiction ends and reality begins. Here, they're all the same. The hideous trap. My every thought made real. Fear, desire. How can I ever know for sure I've escaped and not just lost my own fantasy of it? That thought alone can drive you mad. The identifiable words in the scratched out portion. Falls, right falls. Haunting, wake, Alan Wake. Light switch, ocean, too late. In the final sentence, you have been warned.
We're going back home.
Do we
Of
have
course
to?
we are. It started there, and it's never gone away.
turntable.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Bridge operator.
There's gotta be a way to rotate these tracks. Maybe there's a control panel nearby.
Keith, guess who just had to inspect an inbound delivery of like 100 teensy tiny little boxes? Me, that's who. You know what was inside them? A single human tooth. Fucking gross. Just a tooth, get over it.
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
Nice.
It won't rotate. Something's blocking it.
Okay. got you. Are there any more? Oops. Elevator opened. All right. Pretty simple puzzles. Is there any new DLC for this? I don't know what would be new to you. This is the first time I've ever played it. So, I don't know. I don't know when they came out with the last DLC. Okay. Okay, played it when it first came out, so I think there's 1 or 2 DLCs for you then. I think Foundations was 1. Like I have the Ultimate Edition, so it came with everything. So the first slide was a room with dirty wallpaper and dolls on the shelf. There were lots of dolls. The house was empty. No one lived there. We played there a lot. It was our secret playhouse. I went to school with Neil. Some kids called him Nosebleed Neil. Likely Neil Rosenberg, missing. It was mean. He had asthma. Tom, likely Tom Barlow, missing. And his gang, Freddy, likely Frederick Hartwell, missing. Hugo, no one by this name was found in public record, bullied him. We brought Neil to the dump to play. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide. Designation, house. I want to shake Guy Fieri's hand. I mean, to be fair, all he does is just make you hungry. Wondering if there's a control I'm missing. Airplane evaluation. The airplane in question has been brought in from a private airfield located in the town of Redacted, Cincinnati. It is suspected to be connected to the Redacted AWE, the case file Redacted for details, and is being evaluated for altered status. The plane is currently being stored in the transient corridor in the containment center. Brought there through the New York subway tunnel. Special access Redacted. For more information on Tunnel Redacted and urban legends centered on ghost stations, abandoned tracks, and Redacted, see file 4124521. The plane's black box is currently being evaluated for Redacted, and initial readings have been taken by a research team, although no altered status has yet been detected. Okay. Ah, there it is.
You're listening to America Overnight, celebrating 29 years, shining a light in the shadows. Thanks for staying with us. Here's our first caller.
An AWE occurred in the town of Ordinary, caused by an object of power, slide projector. Discovered by local children at the dump outside of town. When a specific set of slides are used in the projector, the projected image opened doorways to other dimensions. Multiple slides were used by the children, resulting in the disappearance of the town's adult population. On August 30th, 2002, siblings Dylan Faden, 10 years old, and Jesse Faden, 11 years old, were playing at the local dump when they found a discarded slide projector. The OOP-15 case file and Darling presentation, Redacted for details. The team led by Director Trench and Dr. Darling arrived at the site on September 14th. The AWE had ended, but the team found the Faden children, who led them to the slide projector and the slides, which had been burned with the exception of one. Jesse escaped when agents attempted to detain the pair. In total, 17 surviving individuals were found in the town. All of them were brought in for questioning and tests. See interviews, redacted, and prime candidate program files, redacted.
There is a curious correlation with the yet unknowable forces intruding upon our world, in the form of altered world events. These forces gravitate toward archetypal objects, a gun, a television, a supposedly haunted house. So clearly humanity affects this process. Our collective unconscious is a map of sorts. We hold the key, but we don't know how to use it. We create these archetypes through everyday life, popular culture, urban legends, but we are observing and influencing a complicated system in action. We can change the likelihood of something being a receptacle for these forces just by thinking about it. But we haven't found a method to control the outcome. And yet, there's something unique in us, in our dreams, in the conceptual reality with power with our minds. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? A byproduct, a reflection, a projection? We'll struggle to find the answers to these hard questions, or die trying.
Kiss nodes. Jesse and me followed the dung monkeys to the cave. There were a lot of them. More of the kids from town had joined up. It was really scary. Jesse grabbed the projector and we ran as fast as we could. They chased us. I fell and hurt my knee. Jesse tried to help me, but the dung monkeys were coming. They were just about to get us. Then Neil showed up. Neil looked like a dog, like a melted dog, but I knew it was him. Neil said a lot of times he didn't like being a boy because Tom just beat him up. I think he liked being a dog. The projector wouldn't turn off, so we changed the slide to hand. I heard her immediately. She promised to help. Jesse said we should call her Polaris, because she was doing stars at school. Additional slide designated hand is verified in Bureau possession. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity. Designation Dog Neil. Stage 2. After what happened at school, Mrs. Chester, we started spying on Tom and saw where they took the projector. Tom and his troglodytes were using the Sled Hill Cave as their headquarters. That's where the projector was. They'd been using the temple slide. We called it that, but really it was a broken concrete thing like a warehouse or a bomb shelter or something. Very dark. The not mother lived there with her. Babies, children, I don't know. She was feeding Tom and the others her milk. They were changing into little monsters. We called them dung monkeys. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide designation temple. Unconfirmed existence of paranatural entity designated not mother.
Annual evaluation of Dylan Faden, formerly P6, performed by Dr. Carla Vaughn. The questions asked here correspond to the 5th iteration of the Gunner's psychological assessment. Are you ready, Dylan? Let's begin then. In a single word, describe the world around you.
Where's Casper?
Dr. Darling is out of the building today.
He's never out. He didn't want to come, did he? He never visits, not since Roberts. Tell Darling it wasn't my fault. I couldn't control it yet, but I can now. I learned. Will you tell him?
In a single word, describe the world around you.
A prison. A cold, empty prison. Not even a poster on the wall.
What is the next number in the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15?
17.
18.
What day is it today?
How the hell would I know? It's not like you give me a calendar.
You find a rabbit in the woods. It is bleeding, but not moving. You cannot see any blood. What do you do?
Leave it alone.
Expand on that.
It doesn't matter. The rabbit's not real. None of it's real.
What day is it today?
Do you enjoy asking people questions that can't be answered? Is this what gets you up in the morning? What you dreamed of doing as a scared, stupid little girl?
Can you describe a dog to me?
In Ordinary, we had a friend. Nosebleed Neil. And when it all went crazy, you know what I mean. Nosebleed Neil turned into a dog. Or something like a dog.
What day is it tomorrow?
Fuck off! I don't know! There is no calendar! How can I
Fair argument.
know?
Dylan, calm down.
Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck Casper! Hey! Are you watching this, you old fuck? Did you send your bitch because you're too scared of me? Where is Casper?
Security, get a team in here. I need...
Shit. Just because he didn't say 17 doesn't mean I was wrong. The second slide we called the meadow, but it was really just an empty lot with a bunch of weeds. There was a shack and a phone line. It smelled like flowers there. It was powerful, intoxicating. We had crazy dreams there. Must have been because of the smell. I didn't like it. Didn't like losing control. In the dreams, everything was melting. Then we'd come out. Everything had melted around the projector. It looked like prime numbers to me, so 17 would have been the next. Maybe in your head, I blame the game. 17 for the win. It's like 42 is the answer to all universe's question. 17. We're claiming the control points. Basically, they're fast travel points, but cleansing, yeah. Neil was really into it. We found out he'd be coming there more and more on his own. Then Tom beat the secret out of Neil, found the projector. He and his goons took it. Thought Neil got lost in the meadow when Tom changed the slide. That's not what happened. Unconfirmed existence of additional slide, meadow. Excuse me? There's definitely something up with that chair. There we go. put an end to that. Okay.
Let's see what they have on Ordinary. It's all here. Our home, our school, the woods, the dump.
You're ripped. Kind of wish I was right now. This looks like a boss battle arena. Tom and the others had gotten worse, scarier. The math teacher, Miss Chester, tried to make them listen, and they pushed over a piano on her, broke her legs. Then Tom bashed her head in. Bye-bye, Mrs. Chester. Always liked her. I liked math. That was the tipping point. It was the Lord of the Flies level bad. The grown-ups realized something was wrong. The police came and literally dragged Tom and Hugo and the others away. Tom was screaming that the Not Mother would make them all go away. They enacted a curfew for every kid in Ordinary. Mom and Dad were pissed, asking us about the dump, about everything. I remember wanting them gone, like Tom had said. When we woke up the next morning, pretty much all the adults had just vanished. Was I responsible? Did I? I don't know. Disappearance of the majority of Ordinary's population confirmed to result slide projector related AWE.
The slide projector in the dump outside town. Did they recreate that too? Is that where they keep it?
Yeah, this is the unofficial Fat Boys Club.
You mentioned a poem last time we talked. By Thomas Zane?
Yes. Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated.
I looked the poem up. Only I couldn't find any poet by that name. I did find a European filmmaker who moved here in the 60s, named Thomas Zane.
What? I don't...
No matter. It suits you very well, the poem. How you see things. Maybe you wrote it yourself?
I didn't.
No matter. You've said a few times that you feel like there's a piece of you missing. Can we talk about that?
Okay. Yeah, it's this... I feel an emptiness, a yearning for something that I think I lost.
It's natural for you to feel that way.
You lost your
Your brother
parents?
and your parents are dead.
No.
Wait, what?
No. Dylan's not dead. And that's not even it.
You're referring to the imaginary friend from your childhood?
Polaris. She's come back. After a long time, she's calling me. In a dream I saw, She showed me things.
Jesse.
It felt more real than anything. As real as what happened in Ordinary.
The industrial accident in your hometown? That you believe Polaris caused?
No, it wasn't an accident. There was no industrial accident, and Polaris didn't cause it. She saved me and Dylan.
Jesse...
No! It was a cover-up. The government knows about it. There were agents there. Agents from... I don't know exactly, but they took Dylan. I'll find them. I won't stop looking. Polaris wants me to go to New York. There's a building there. I have to leave soon. I have to be there at a very specific time. Something hugely important is going to happen.
Jesse, you know we can't let you go until you're well. And that begins by understanding what's real and what's imagined.
So they told her Dylan died. Details are largely based on interviews conducted with Dylan Faden. See interviews redacted and redacted for relevant information. And the obtained therapy sessions of Jesse Faden, as well as circumstantial evidence found at the Ordinary site. Note that accounts provided by all three sources contain conflicting data. Example: Dylan claims there were 8 slides for the projector. Jesse mentions 9. Bureau found 1 intact slide, designation 36, and the burnt remains of 6 others. Unfortunately, these slides are too badly damaged to be used in the projector. Jesse is believed to be the individual responsible for burning the slides. Dr. Darling has ordered that the entirety of the Ordinary Town dump be brought to the Bureau for examination and analysis, the hopes of finding additional slides or other altered materials. Due to the limited space in the investigation sector, this AWE will be investigated in the containment sector. So they brought everything. There's the dump.
They moved the whole landfill here in the middle of New York, and nobody saw a thing. Pretty unbelievable.
By order of Dr. Darling, all work in the Ordinary dump is to stop effective immediately. Resources will be allocated to the Redacted department. Details will be forthcoming. This area will be sealed at the end of the month. Please remove all personal effects before that time. Any photographic slides, the type used in slide projectors, found in the area should be delivered to Dr. Darling immediately. The item was found in the penthouse suite at Redacted, Toronto, belonging to David Wolf, who was being investigated for illegally dealing in altered materials. Bureau agents raided his penthouse and found numerous paranatural belongings, including Redacted, and this item. Mr. Wolf was arrested. So why would a 36-year-old Bay Street investment trader, filthy rich, married to a model, disappear overnight? That's the question that has kept Toronto high society up at night this past week. Police say it's being looked into. Some nutjob radio show in the States claims he disappeared to join the Illuminati. But it's this reporter's opinion that Mr. Wolf, bored of his job, sick of his family, left it all behind to retire in some remote beach paradise. Now he's sipping Mai Tais while the world thinks he's dead. He wishes.
We should check that lab.
2-box token. Album. Asgard. I was 9 or something when I found my dad's Old Gods album. Became a huge fan instantly. Right. Scared.
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Darling took the projector to the research sector. He dedicated a whole area to it, so he knew it was important. Dimensional research. That's where we go next.
He's a little too happy. Finish Tango.
Dylan's a lost cause.
Uh-oh.
I know I struggled to see this, but we've contained him now. I wish I had sided with Marshall back when it's just one person. So many dead. I thought his youth was an asset. Just too much too soon.
I didn't ease him into it. What's up, really?
Effective immediately. I'm setting up a new department. Dimensional research in the research sector. Transferring the slide projector there. That's where my focus will be now. The ordinary site remains as is. We'll be back to... I don't know when.
Descent. You've heard wrong, fake news. The board is A-OK intact. The rebel faction Descent is former fired. The crisis purge is over. This is not a matter of worry for you. You can hang up now, please. Bullshit. Okay, so we need to go back to logistics for this. All right. Yeah. May not be able to get there yet. All right. Parapsychology. There we go. Well, there's what looks like 3. Now 2. For these mold creatures in this area. No idea where they're at. All right, that's done. Ritual division. All right, look for the mold. All right. Not gonna be right as we open the elevator. All right, one down. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Dr. Darling's penmanship intentionally this bad?
Maybe he's trying to test our code-breaking skills.
Hmm.
Do you have a spare diamond?
What? No. Why?
I want to see where Blackrock was installed. Conventional research.
All right, one more in central research. Kind of a pain in the ass finding these.
Disappearing ducks. Great.
Wait. What just happened? The hell? It's that guy. What?
Finally, no more quacking.
Direct contact with the item is not permitted. Safety gloves are required when handling. The item is a yellow rubber duck bath toy from the 1950s. A single hole at the bottom allows air and water to flow in and out. The item makes a sound analogous to quacking. The item travels considerable distance with surprising speed. How it achieves this motion is unknown. The item forms a redacted, unknown purpose with anyone who makes direct contact with it and begins to follow them, quacking often. This has led to a researcher named Redacted entering cardiac arrest due to the individual's health issues. The matter may not be connected to the item's effect. Item on loan to the research sector for further study. Alright, we found that one. Okay.
Why'd they keep an altered item here?
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror.
In the
longest
mirror?
time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy?
Backwards.
Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours. Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
Class Orange. Sounds serious. This proposal is to finally determine the precise nature of the reflected space within the altered item. Is it transplanar, psychologically generated, or rooted within our own dimension? How does the altered item know the space in its vicinity well enough to reflect it? Why does it reflect some materials but not others? Is the space a parallel reality? If so, then we need to consider that while we process this physical end of the mirror, someone else owns the other. What purpose might they use it for? Can they walk through into our own world? What are their motives? Lastly, to what purpose does the altered item produce the reflections of individuals that enter? Can these reflected entities leave the altered item? As with all altered items, we need to attempt to distinguish if this behavior is redacted. It's a mirror. Of course, nothing is ever what it seems in this place. Okay.
Looks like there's a mirror in there.
Ah. Oh shit. The mirror does not reflect its surroundings with perfect accuracy. The environment seen in its glass contains slight distinctions. It's unknown why the mirror does this. If there is any redacted, then it's something we can't perceive. The popular theory is that the mirror has a goal in mind, that it reflects the world it wishes were real, subtly replacing our reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting here as a warning not to underestimate the mirror. The specially designed BlackRock panels have been installed to prevent access from our side or the mirrors. For added security, a particular arrangement of the panels is required to open the door. Okay. Great. Do we really want to open this? I mean, how are we supposed to know a particular order?
What do these shutters do?
They open and close. You know, like shutters are supposed to.
The shutters in the image look different.
Okay.
What am I missing?
The one furthest from the mirror is down.
What a weird way to lock something up.
This is gonna be a boss fight. I can feel it.
Wait, that didn't sound right. Yeah, that's not good.
What? I can't understand you. You need to listen. I saw something in there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror. Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you? There's something in that fucking mirror.
Interesting.
Did you see that? Someone's in there.
Oh, great.
Like anyone could understand that.
Great, we're going crazy. Anakin?
That's not good.
Where is that me? Oh. Okay. What? Oh, great. We have to fight ourselves. What could go wrong?
Nothing but a pale imitation. Another one?
Bam. We hit hard.
Oh, where's the exit? Nothing but a pale imitation. Another one?
Come on, I caught that. All right. Yeah, it was close. Okay. Gotcha.
That better be all of them. That explains why they locked this mirror up.
Okay. Stupid beach. You son of a beach.
I wonder what the Bureau was doing with this thing.
Is that it? I guess so.
Well, it's cleansed now. The hiss is gone. It's dealt with.
All right. Maybe we should lock this. Or not. Cleansing, right. That's what we're doing. Okay, so what happens if we stop all of them? Nothing. Sink them? Yeah, exactly. It would take a lot more patience than I think I have. I don't know. Sorry. Had to talk to the wife. Hey, new outfit. So we're trying to find these mold hosts. I think we only need one in each of these areas. Oh. Okay. Central research is where we gotta go now. I don't know if they respawn or not. Doesn't seem like it. That is cool. Completely silent room. Completely soundproof. Figured out the purpose of this game. I mean, what purpose does any game have? We're still unraveling it, but we're getting closer. The basic gist is there are these paranormal events. Hey, there he is. That occur in this bureau. investigates them.
I think that's the last one. I should let Underhill know.
And apparently, when we were children, or a child, we were, I don't know if we were just present or we caused one of these paranormal events along with our brother. This bureau came and took us because as part of that event, all adults in the town disappeared. But also, our character, Jessie, she escaped and ran. They kept our brother, Dylan, who apparently did not react well to the things that they did to him. And it seems he may have had a psychotic break along with having powers.
What pill? Don't you?
I found the hosts. They won't be spreading any more mold.
Well done. I'll send burn teams to sanitize the locations.
And there's also
I'm beginning to wonder if these
paranormal
hosts are originating
entity
outside
in
the
our head,
threshold
and apparently in the head of our
independent
brother
patches
as
of
well.
mold growth.
You don't sound very optimistic.
Optimism is for farmers, as my mother always said. I suppose you could now return to that hiss business you all seem so concerned about.
This woman has some incredible tunnel vision.
All right.
Thanks for the information.
My pleasure.